Guys, I want to actually, I want to give a shout out to Brian Stinson because we kind of heard from Michelle some of the wild and fun things, but Brian has had the opportunity to do something really cool that only a handful of our Flag to Grand Canyon people have done, and that's be part of the toy drop at Havasupai, where you, Brian, I'm going to let you kind of describe it because you were there. You'll do it the best justice.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I did get to go this last year, and the first thing I thought maybe it was like this one-day thing. You fly in, give out some toys. Turns out it's something they put a lot of planning into. It's 3 days, 2 nights. There were a handful of longtime Flag to Grand Canyon riders, but there were also several folks from St. Mary's Food Bank, and I think the day that we were shuttling everything down to Havasupai, there were 8 or 9 pallets of food from St. Mary's. There were 3 pallets of toys from Toys for Tots, and it was it was a big deal that after doing the ride for 10 years, and raising money and asking people for money, that it was really cool to see full circle where the money goes. But it had been almost 20 years since I'd been to Havasupai, and I was reminded how remote the village is and how hard it is to get things down to the village. What we take for granted, if we need a gallon of paint or a couple of screws to fix something around the house, you just drive over to Lowe's. You can't do that down in the village, and so it's everything is harder down there. And so it was a big deal for when we were there for them, and then when Santa Claus showed up and the Marines and the toys, there was all the kids. It was very cool. So yes, after having done the ride for 10 years now, it was very cool. And for me, it was all the more reason this year when we knew there wasn't going to be a ride, having experienced just at least where a portion of that money goes that we raise, there was no question in my mind that we had to double down and do something this year, whatever it took. So yeah, it was a very cool experience.